Yep, you know what time it is, man. This is, of course, your favorite channel, man, CTB. This is Chin Tuck Boxing. I'm your boy, Jay Slay. So what up to him, man?
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in.
Most definitely. You know what you're tuning in to, man. It's, of course, the best time of the week when it's fight week. And we know American news been on other topics when it comes to Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, man, sign. It's still a big fight, man. It's still Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G. So even though it's a lot of things we don't like about this fight, we still gonna watch the fight. We still boxing fans, and most definitely we're not gonna miss it. So we get that, of course, break it down, give you the odds of the fight, and of course try to put a little bit of money in your pocket when it comes to that them odds. But we'll talk about that later on the show. Right now, I want to talk about Canelo Alvarez fighting Triple G for the third time, man. Are you excited for this fight like you was for the first couple, or you like,
At first I wasn't excited at all. When I found out the fight was made, I was kind of upset. And I wanted him to fight maybe Bivol again or fight one of the other guys in 168, you know, the Charlos, the David Benavidez. I want to see those fight over the Triple G fight because Triple G hasn't looked that good over his last couple fights. But now that it's fight week and we got some other big news yesterday, I'm just in the mood for just watching boxing, man. So I want to see what Canelo look at. I want to see how he responds after losing. So I'm kind of interested in the fight now. I went from not having no interest in the fight to now I'm ready to see this fight tomorrow night because I want to see how Canelo gonna look.
Yeah, I also want to see how Triple G gonna look because I never seen Triple G talk this much shit on the press conference. He be kind of throwing like subliminal shit, like saying that Canelo's not that good and I'll beat him twice and I'm gonna knock him out this time. And then you got Canelo coming out like straight out saying I'm coming out from the first round and trying to knock him out. So he pretty much already told Triple G to his face actually that from the first bell I'm coming to knock you out.
And also, too, I forgot to add, I love it when two fighters don't like each other. Most of the time, you get two fighters that don't like each other. They let it all out in the ring because they do not want to lose. So that could create an exciting fight because I really believe Canelo is not going to move and Triple G going to try to take his head off because he feel like he got screwed in probably both fights. I don't think so, but he feel like he probably should have been the winner in both fights. So he feel like he got to stop Canelo to win this fight. So it's going to be interesting.
He got a strong case for the first fight, because that fight, of course, could have been either way.
Yeah, first one.
But that second fight, to me, it was, I gave Canelo, if I can remember off the top of my head, I think I gave Canelo a two or three round advantage, if I can remember off the top of my head.
I gave him 8 rounds.
Yeah, something like that, yep. I think it's about the same, yep. So, I think, what style you think Canelo going to fight in then? Because he can't fight the way he fought Bivol. Like, you can't be defensive, but at the same time, he is the bigger man, and he is fighting Triple G at a new weight. This is Triple G first time fighting at 168. So will he be the walk him down style he was in the second fight, or you think he'd be a balance of the two when it comes to the first and the second fight? Even though he said in the first bell he could come and knock Triple G out.
I think the first round he is going to try to do that. I think he'll come out on fire, but then I think it's going to be a balance of the two in the first half of the fight. But I think after about the 6th or 7th round, I think Canelo is going to try to be the aggressive and try to walk Triple G down. He's going to stand in front of him, I believe.
I kind of bet it different, man. I think early on he's going to try to walk Triple G down. And I think Canelo has a tendency of gassing in fights. I think it hasn't changed. I don't see it changing. And if he can't put pressure on Triple G early in the fight, around the mid-rounds, I see he's going to start slowing down. Triple G has a chin, man. So if Triple G can withstand the beating, if you can withstand the beating into the middle of the late rounds, that's Triple G's best time to me to actually get the win in that fight. I think that's probably Triple G's game plan is to bang with the banger as long as I can until he slows down and then take advantage. Because you're not catching Canelo. I think Canelo has the speed advantage, the boxing IQ advantage, and he has the overall defensive wizardry advantage in my opinion. What strengths and weaknesses you see Triple G having over Canelo?
Of course, I think his chin is probably like the best in the game. I think Canelo got a great chin too. While you talking, it's kind of underrated. Canelo's chin, but I think he got a chip on his shoulder. I think but Triple G know this the end of the line for him. Like if he loses this fight, this is it. Like where do Triple G go from here? He's 37, 36 in that range.
Yeah, look it up. I think he got close to 40 than that.
Yeah, it might be older than that. And he's starting to slow down. He haven't looked that impressive. So he get dog walked by Canelo. That's it for Triple G as far as being on the main stage. So and I think he disliked this guy. So I think he has a edge to him in this fight. I think he trained harder. I think he's more focused. I think he's gonna lay it all on the line. And I think that's gonna be probably his best chance to win this fight. Is the chip on his shoulder.
I disagree slightly with what you said. I think even if he does lose this fight, the Canelo at 168, if he can make the weight at 160, he can go back down there and fight Charlo himself. I think Charlo wouldn't mind fighting Triple G off a loss. I mean, Triple G still would be a name at that point.
Yeah, the more I think about it, of course, when you try to get a fight from another fighter, you always fight the fighter they just fought, and you do the comparison of the two fights to try to get the audience to demand the fight. So yeah, if Canelo go in and win a decision, and he wins, 8-4, but and then if Charlo said, if I can get him at 160 and I can dominate him more than what Canelo did, the audience and the boxing community are gonna put pressure on Canelo to say, hey, that guy just mopped Triple G, the guy you had a little bit more trouble with. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, especially in PBC, they desperate for a fight for Charlo. So I'm pretty sure they do if you see them throw the bag at Canelo, but Canelo fight plan, I think they don't want to throw the similar bag to Triple G, but they're going to throw a nice size bag for a Charlo versus Triple G fight.
Is that the biggest bag that Triple G can get at this stage? If he loses Canelo, that's over. That trilogy is done. Is that probably the biggest bag, the most realistic and biggest bag that he probably can get is Charlo?
I believe so, especially if you want to fight around the 160, 168 range. The only name left other than that is going to be Benavidez if Benavidez want to fight at 68 and Charlo. So I think, now that I think about it, I think he'll make probably the biggest bag. This be another show, I guess. I think he'll make probably his biggest bag if he fight Benavidez. But I think Benavidez will mock Triple G at this stage. I got to wait and see to what he looks. Tomorrow will tell me that. If he looks good tomorrow, then I might change my opinion. But in my opinion right now today, as it stands, I think Benavidez mops Triple G.
I tell you what then, if he look good tomorrow night, we doing a show about who we think will be the bigger bad for him. If he looks good tomorrow night. Yeah,
most definitely. That'd be a show. That'd be part of our post-fight
Raw
review show. That'd be part of our Raw review show, so stay tuned to that. What's some of the scripts you think Triple G, Canelo have to do to knock out Triple G? Triple G never been stopped before. He really hasn't been hurt visibly before, as far as I can remember. What do you think Canelo will have to do to actually land that punch to hurt Triple G, to get him out of there?
Honestly, he's gonna have to take a chance if he really want to get him out of there, because Triple G chin is so strong. He's not gonna beat him with one punch. He's not gonna stop him with one punch. He's not gonna even hurt him with one punch, I don't believe. But if he get an accumulation of punishment through the rounds, the corner or the referee might start looking at Triple G and say, hey man, especially if Triple G get old that night and he just taking punches, and because to me in a fight, it's always better for a boxer to get knocked out or stopped. It's actually worse for a guy that has a chin, because he really can get hurt in the ring when he can take accumulation of punishment. So if Canelo is landing 3 or 4 or 5 shots in a row and he's not landing anything back, or he's not responding, I think he got a chance to get that stoppage from the corner or from the referee. Now, I don't think he can knock Triple G out. I don't know if he can knock Triple G down, man. I don't understand. The dude's chin is unbelievable. But like you said, if he getting beat up in the 8th or 9th round and he's swelling up and there's no way he can win the fight, he may get a stoppage.
Yeah, it has to be a referee stoppage. I don't see the corner throwing the towel in because he got trust in Triple G's power and his chin. Triple G has, like you said, not just his chin, but his pride, man. I think there's a lot of pride in both of these guys about this fight. So I think it's gonna be some bombs landing on both of them. It's gonna be a Canelo fight that we've never seen before. I think it's gonna be a lot of back and forth. Say again?
You started to get excited about the fight, I see.
Like I said, it's boxing, man. It ain't so much the fight itself. It's boxing, man. You know I love boxing, man. This is my favorite sport, man. I do nothing. This is my pastime. This is what we do in our pastime. It's boxing. So even on the undercard fights, you might never heard of, I get excited for it. It's just boxing. But I will say this: I am excited about it because I want to see if this is the end of the road for Triple G, and I want to see, like you said, Canelo respond to his second loss to his career against Bivol. All right, man, what's the fight odds for this fight, man? Let's see if we can put some money in these guys' pockets and hopefully give them a little bag that can come back and start watching them more often, because we be giving them bags a lot this year on a couple of fights.
So, the odds as of right now, give me 1 second, because I want to make sure I got it right, because I got it here. I'm looking at it. Right now, Canelo is a negative 550. So what that means is, for people that don't understand, and betting, if you bet $100, You have to bet $550 to win $100 straight up. But with Triple G, if you believe Triple G can win, you believe that he won the first 2 fights, you believe that he the better fighter, you get 4.5 times your money bet on Triple G. So if you throw 100 on Triple G, you win almost 450.
Big underdog. I didn't know the numbers would be that wide. That's a wide.
Yeah. I'm shocked by this. But if you don't believe, if you believe in Triple G's chin, like we've been talking about, you could take Canelo for a decision at -110, which is almost straight up on your money. So pretty much, if you bet like $100, you will win like $90. So if you just want to take Canelo for a win on decision, I think it's probably the best bet. Is for me is what I probably would do. But the only thing about that, you're gonna have to bet kind of big to win money. So if you think Canelo gonna win a decision, you want to bet $300-400, you get $400 to win. For Triple G, if you think he'll win that decision, it's 7.5 times, and if he stop him, it's 10 times. So if he mess around and stop Canelo, you get 10 times your money. So hey, I might throw $5 on Triple G for a stoppage because you'll win $50. And probably the most interesting bet, well, not for me, but if you think about the stoppage, you can do the round betting. As far as the round betting, to me, you got if you think Canelo can get a late stoppage, it's 7.5 times your money. For Triple G, if you think Triple G can get a stoppage early, it's about 35 times your money. And if you think you get a stoppage late, it's about 25 times your money. So if you can predict it, if you really think it's gonna be a stoppage, and you think it's gonna be late or early, you can make some huge money on the fight. But for me, if I'm gonna give you a pick with this fight, honestly, I would take Canelo for a decision. And you got to put a little bit more money on, like I said, or I would take Triple G for a stoppage, but just throw a little bit of money on Triple G for a stoppage because it's 10 times your money for a stoppage. Yeah,
throwing money on Canelo too rich for my blood. I don't see myself dropping the bag on it on Canelo wins. I might just leave that alone. I might throw a little bit on the Canelo stoppage, on a late stoppage of Triple G, just because, like you said, it's almost even on my money, so I can almost double it a little bit if I put a little extra change on it. But I most definitely will be putting, like you said, $5 on a Triple G stoppage, probably a late stop. I put like $5 on a Triple G stoppage, and then like another $2 or $3 on a group, probably late stoppage. I'm like around from 9 to 12 or something like that on a group, just because the margin is so big. You said 25-1, 25 odds on the late stoppage for Triple G.
For Triple G and 10-1 for Canelo.
Yeah, I got to put at least $2 or $3 on that just to get some gas money out of the deal if it does happen. And if I lose $3, I lost $3. It is what it is. Yeah. But you got anything else you want to add to this topic, man? Looking forward to the fight tomorrow night.
We ain't said our predictions yet.
Oh shit, that's right. We kind of did without saying.
We kind of did, but you didn't really say how you thought it was gonna go. So I guess you can go ahead and do that right quick.
Yeah, this is one of those fights where we kind of know the winner. We already know. We kind of agree with Vegas almost. It's a real long shot that Triple G will win this fight. His puncher chance is on a fighter who we haven't seen get knocked down before. His puncher chance is on a fighter that we never seen. I seen visibly hurt maybe one time.
Cotto brother.
Yeah, Cotto brother. So, I mean, to be honest, that puncher chance is kind of thrown out the window in my opinion. That's why it's so hard for me to say Triple G gonna win this fight. Even if you think the first fight was close, which I agree with you, that was a younger Triple G. That was almost 6 years ago when that happened. It was a while ago.
Yeah, it might have been longer, but yeah, I know it's at least 6 years.
Yeah, so that's a lot younger Triple G. At that point, Triple G was a monster. He was undefeated, knocking everybody out, so he had the momentum. This Triple G now coming off with a tough fight with the unknown guy from Asia. I forgot the guy's name, was it Murata or something like that?
Yeah.
Coming off that tough fight where he took a lot of punishment early, but then came out late with a stoppage. I don't see that scenario working for him against Canelo. So I'm picking Canelo to win this fight by I can't pick stoppage for Canelo either. I can't see Canelo stopping Triple G either. I got faith in Triple G's chin, I got faith in Triple G's heart, and I got a lot more faith in Triple G's gas tank than I do Canelo's gas tank, especially in the late to mid rounds. So I'm picking Canelo Alvarez by unanimous decision in this fight.
Yeah, you pretty much summed it up. Like you said, if the younger prime Triple G couldn't stop Canelo, had the older version of Triple G and a bigger, more filled out Canelo going to get stopped by Triple G.
Hold on,
So
real
I
quick.
mean,
That's one that we forgot to talk about too. How you think Triple G gonna look at the weight? Cause this is his first time at 168. You think he's gonna look good at because he had to cut so much weight, or you think he's gonna be slower because he fighting the new weight class?
you know what? You don't know. He could be stronger. He could be stronger, or he could be, like you said, slower. And Canelo power and could be more of an issue for him. Like you said, 'cause they fighting at 168 now. So you don't know. That's why I said the pit money on the late stoppage both ways would be, I think, a good investment, because, like you said, if Triple G coming there stronger, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more power on somebody that already got insane power, could just pick, Canelo lights off. You hit him perfect on the chin. I don't care how strong, where you take a punch, you still could cut your lights off. And for Canelo, he's a more bigger, filled out guy. And like you said, this is his first time fighting at 168 for Triple G, and he might be like, damn, this 8-pound weight difference is really giving me a hard time. So it's a lot of question marks. It's got me a little bit more interested in the fight, man.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. It's a lot of variables to it that we didn't think about, that we thinking about it as we talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, who's your pick though? You haven't finished your pick.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna take Canelo decision 9-3, and I think Triple G gonna put up a good fight in the first half of the fight. I think he gonna put it all on the line, but I think Canelo's just too much for him, man. It's just they going in different directions in their career, and I think Triple G is way past his prime. So I'm gonna take Canelo 9-3 in a decision.
Yep, so we try to agree, man. Let us know in the comment section what round you got it, stopping in, if you got a stoppage, and let me know who you got winning in the fight, of course. Let me know if you agree with Vegas, or let me know you're going to be one of those people who's going to drop the bag on drop the bag on Triple G for a stoppage. If you're one of those guys, I'm going to say this. If you're one of those guys who drop a bag on Triple G stopping Canelo, and it happens, please go in my comment section and let me know how much you bet, because I want to live vicariously through you and see how you're going to spend that money.
Yeah, and put it in the comment before the fight starts.
Exactly. Don't be one of them guys that say, oh yeah, I did it. I put this money. Nah, let us know before the fight starts how much you put on it. That way, you know what I'm saying, we can congratulate you if you win big, and we can laugh at you if you lose.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you props on the raw review. If it comes to tuition.
Most definitely. It's great inspiration. You gotta be a bold motherfucker to put that money on that, put a lot of money on that bet. You gotta be bold, bro. But I'm pretty sure somebody in Vegas doing it, man. Man, this is Vegas.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to add to this topic?
I think we covered it all. We'll just catch y'all after the fight. I thought I had a couple shots of my Casamigos.
That being said, man, it's of course your favorite channel, man, CTB. This is Chin Tuck Boxing. I'm your boy Jay Slay. Say peace, Omar.
All right, everybody, please subscribe so we can get to this 1,000 subscribers, man. Tell other people about the channel, man. Hit the like button, comment, notification so you'll know when we drop a video. You know why? Because we love boxing and you love boxing. But most of all, God, peace and love, and we out of here. Take care.